A lot of people ask, why do the innocent suffer? Why do the righteous suffer? The Gemara writes that even Moshe Rabbani already asked the question. How come there exists such a thing as a good person that's good to him, and then there's a good person that's bad to him? And how come we have a bad person that's good to him and a bad person that's bad to him? So a good person that's good to him and a bad person that's bad to him, that we all understand. But why the opposite? And then people in general question, how come the innocent suffer? How come we see children suffer? How come we see people, they're just regular people, normal, good people, and then suddenly out of nowhere, boom, they start suffering with crazy pains? Why? The answer is that we are not meant to know the answer. Because if we would understand why all these things are happening, nobody would have cared for anyone. There would be no such thing as chesed and no such thing as justice. Nobody would have done anything to make the world better. Because we would understand why it's happening. So why change it? Yeah, this is good for that person. That's why God wanted. We shouldn't understand. In order we should move on in life, and we should make the world better, and we should help each other. So by not understanding, that's the way we could go on in life. And it is challenging. And there's a story of the Klozmer Rebbe. He had 11 children before the war, and they were all killed with his wife. And he pledged the neder that if he's going to survive the war, he's going to build a hospital, a place to cure people. And after the war, he went and encouraged people to get married and move on in life. And he built schools, and he built a hospital in Israel. And there was a person who came to him and didn't understand and asked, Rebbe, I don't understand. Don't you stop to think for a second, why? How can you just move on like nothing happened to you? So Klozmer Rebbe answered him, I do have a lot of questions, but I don't want to ask. Because the minute I'm going to start asking questions, I'll be called up to the next world, and it will all be revealed to me. So I'd rather stay in this world without having the answers, just the questions, than being called to the next world, getting all the answers. What do you see from this story? The Klozmer Rebbe was all about a minna. Everything he spoke about was about a minna. And he believed so strongly, and he knew that everything that God did to him, and whatever God is doing is for our good. Therefore, I don't understand why. But I know it's for my good, so I don't have to understand. So I could go on in life. The biggest challenge that most people have when it comes to a minna is when people are struggling on a very difficult way. A lot of people go through a lot of painful and suffering things in life, and they don't understand why. And there where people get stuck with faith and asking, how come? Why is it happening to me? Why me? And people lose their faith precisely when this is happening. It's the biggest challenge to each and every one of us. But we have to be strong and understand that this is something that we are not meant to understand. I hope you all understand that this is a subject that we don't understand. Have a good Gebench year.